Good afternoon. Happy Savage Saturday. Keepers of the Cash. Gary B. the Casual Comic Guy here, and we are here with Savage Saturday Comic Review number 59. And today we are talking Arak, Son of Thunder, and his introduction in the pages of The Warlord. This is issue number 48. And again, this was Arak's first appearance, his introductory story before his regular title launched, to give people a taste of the goodness that was to come. And this is, of course, a Roy Thomas, Gene Colan creation. And at first you think Roy Thomas, another sword and sorcery character. You think Conan. This character is nothing like Conan. It's just he's his own thing, and it's really fun. It's really cool. And we'll get right into it. So we have, this is the very first page, his introduction. And of course you got Tony DeZanuga doing the inks on this, on the Gene Colan art. And our story just opens with Arak going through the forest. He's hunting, he's looking for these jewels. But as he's going along and he's looking for these gems, he spots some ruins. And in those ruins, he spots a woman swimming. And he's trying to just figure out what's going on at first. He has really no idea. He's not used to there being another presence there in his wanderings. But she's there with her horse. And she gets out. And she can sense that he's there. And all of a sudden she does this call. And these wolves attack Arak. Arak slaughters both wolves to protect himself. And as she reaches for her bow, he shatters it with his axe. And then the chase is on as he's out to see what she's about. So he threw that tomahawk with just deadly accuracy and shattered her bow. But she's off and about, and he does this weird call which stops her horse instantly and throws her from the horse. He approaches her and lets her know, look, your wolves didn't have to die. I wasn't there to attack you. I wasn't there to harm you. I'm in search of amber. I'm on a quest for it. It's a precious jewel that I need. And he's trying to let her know that he means her no harm. But before they can get too far, as you can see in the next panel, they're beset upon by another group of people. And he dodges a spear but catches a shaft to the face and it knocks him out. And the woman is kidnapped. So they weren't after him, they were after her. And the mystery thickens. She has a name that's super hard to pronounce. I gotta find it again. And this takes place after his issue 1 in the chronological order of the story. So it's just kind of cool. So he comes to, he's following the trail. The trail's not hard to follow. The Vikings that went through here, they left a trodden, broken trail easily. They didn't try to cover it up. They figured him for dead. They didn't check. So he is alive and tracking them. And he comes across the cave that has this woman in it. And that has her in it and the jewels. And she's tied up next to them. And these warriors start doing this chant. And he's trying to figure out what the chant's all about. And she doesn't seem too bothered. She's just kind of sitting there while this is all going on. And then, as you can see in the bottom here, the chant's having its effect. The giant emerald that was in the middle, the giant amber that was in the middle, is actually transformed into a creature. And it's a cool one. It's got like little offshoots to it and all that. So it's heading towards her. And that's when Arak finds his voice. He can't watch any longer. And you see him leaping down to join the fray and try to save her life. And he's hacking at these warriors. and he's running through them. And he has just got his bloodlust up, and he's all about trying to protect and save her, even though she had once tried to kill him with the wolves because she mistook who he was. All right, so the creature from the amber is almost upon her, and he's got one other guy to fight. He defeats the guy and tosses him down for the creature to devour instead of her. And the creature does devour him, and you can actually see the warrior devoured inside the amber creature. And it's still going for her. You know, it latches onto him. He's fighting it. He tears pieces of it off. And the fight is just fierce. It's long. Here's another great one. And he's fighting the creature. He's defending her. And then at the end, she says a few words, and the creature recedes back to what it was. And once it does that, and the Vikings that are there sees that she's some kind of a magical person with the way she controlled it, they take off. They're gone. They want no more part of this crazy warrior that attacked them, or of this woman that was able to just say this chant of words and turn the creature back into a thing. And come to find out, she was never in harm to begin with. She could have stopped that creature at any time. She was sitting there playing for a minute to see what these warriors were going to do. And then she saw him there to see what kind of side he was on. And he's passed out after his battle with this. And he comes to her tending him. And he's like, "You are never in danger from the thing, the amber warrior." And she says, "No, only from the raiders. I'm sworn to protect this creature, and this creature was going to protect me. We protect each other." So she protects this creature from its den being raided and all the ambers taken, and she helps protect its home and the creature that's made of amber itself. And in return, when she needs protection, it protects her. So he's just starting to learn a little bit more about this mystery, and you know. And he's curious. And then she just raises her arms and her steed shows back up. And then he asks if he'll see her again. Her name's Dezewona. No, I'm probably really butchering that. But she says, either me or what. Well, he asks if he'll see her again because she's departing. And she said, "You'll either see me or someone like me in the city of the Golden Horn," which leaves him intrigued. And he sets off on his further adventures out into this land. And it gives you that sense of impendingness about it. There's no doubt that he's going to run into her again. When in his own title that'll be, you don't know. But you do know that at some point, those two are destined to meet again. And under what circumstances will that be? So this was, I know this is kind of a shorter one, but I thought this was an important preview of a series that ran for 50 issues, and then Roy Thomas went back to Marvel. But a well-received series. It's one you can find in the dollar bins now. And but written by Roy Thomas with art by Gene Colan, you can't really go wrong with it. If it's written by Roy Thomas, you already know you're in for a fantastically told tale, especially if it's a sword and sorcery one. And I also read the issue 1, and not so much sword and sorcery yet, but it's definitely setting up for down the road. And all of this is my introduction to this character. I have not read Eric before. I was putting this run together because it's written by Roy Thomas, and I didn't want to read any of it until I had a complete collection. I completed it maybe 3 months ago, and now I'm just getting around to being able to read some of them. I got a long to-read list for 2022. This is definitely on it, but I thought this was a great introduction. You kind of got to know a little bit of him. You left a few mysteries for you to want to figure out in his own title, which is good because you don't want to read this and go, "Yeah, I'm good. I don't need to pick up his own title. That was enough for me." So it didn't do that. It left enough unintroduced and introduced enough to whet your appetite for more tales of this character, Arak, Son of Thunder. So I thought it was a good beginning tale. And when I read issue 1 and it began with him as a teen and then evolved him into the age he is in this book. I was like, oh, that's interesting. It went back and now it's telling his origins. Where I think it was smart that they didn't put that story in this one because that one starts out a bit slower. And this one does a little bit more to establish who he is in that first inaugural issue of his own title. Overall, I would give this an A. The art, I'd give an A. The story is it's good. It's really good, but it's not great. So we'll give the story a B plus. So overall, we'll give the whole story of this with the art combined. The conclusion I thought was really well done. We'll give it all an A overall score with just the story being a B plus, which isn't bad, but it does have some of the common tropes in it of the time. Still a fantastic read. Still fun and a great introductory to a character that really whets your appetite for his own title. And that's the purpose of the story. And it accomplishes that really, really well with great art and a character that you instantly kind of want to root for. All right. And setting up mysterious characters in his universe that you want to see again to see what's going to happen. But that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed Savage Saturday 59. And until next time, keep it casual.